a.m. And if you'll join me with the Pledge of Allegiance, I'd appreciate it. I pledge allegiance
to the
flag
of the United
United
States of
States
America,
States of America,
and to the republic
and to the republic
Republic
for which it
stands,
is one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, everybody. And if we can get an adoption of this agenda.
I move to adopt the agenda for May 9th, 2024.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, I guess that motion carries. All right, so we are, do we have any members of the public here in
We
the
do not.
boardroom? No public? Okay. All right, well, I'm going to open our public hearing. Excuse me, I gotta get my script, I forgot this part. Okay, so I'm gonna open this public meeting, and it's called to order May 9th, 2024 at 10:31 a.m. for the purpose of public review of the fiscal year 2024 final expenditure budget. And I think James will give us a little commentary, if you don't mind, sir.
Not at all. Thank you, Mr. President. Board, as forwarded to you is the revised FY24 budget for May as required by state law. There were some adjustments. The two big ones were our FY23 student count in the original budget was lower than we actually received, which is the normal budgeting practice. So our revenues went up, so our carryover went up, and that affected capital and M&O funding. And then additionally, the county is now recommending that in the other revenues on page 6 of the budget, that we include carryover funding. So for example, gifts and donations, it's not that we had a significant increase in gifts and donations when it was budgeted, it just includes that carryover now. As far as expenses go, we did see a decrease in our mileage transportation expense, which was anticipated because we have less routes right now than we had in prior years. And then we did expend a little bit more capital than we originally anticipated in FY23. If you have any other questions or clarifications, be happy to answer those for you.
Anybody have anything for James?
I just have one little question. I noticed that, there's nothing budgeted for dropout prevention programs or joint career and technical education. And I was just wondering why that is.
That I don't have an answer to, but I can get an answer for you. Or unless Dr. Ramadini may have an answer.
Yeah, and we can take a look at that. We do need to look at those line items for the upcoming year's budget, but our joint technical education budget is done through our CTE programming, so it may show up in that area. And then dropout prevention, there were not funds designated for that, but that doesn't mean that we don't do that through our counseling program at the high school. There just hasn't been a request for funds for that.
Okay, because it just seemed like those were kind of important things, and I was wondering why there's nothing there.
Those were not
Anybody
budgeted
else?
for this year, but we can certainly take a look at the needs for FY25.
Okay, that was, it just kind of stood out to me, so I just thought I'd ask.
No, thank you.
Good question. All right, anybody else? Ron, do you have anything?
No, I don't have any questions. I just was going to comment, though, that there's a lot more information about the students, down in the budget that we hadn't had, that I don't remember seeing before. Then I thought it was, it was interesting.
Good.
Seeing all that extra information and what they, just the numbers. So appreciate that.
No problem. Thank you.
For our fiscal year 2024 final budget, air expenditure budget, and it is closed at 10:36 a.m. All right, so we go to item 3, which is our action item on this very topic. We already did questions, so if you just want to roll into a motion, we can get that one cleared off, unless you have other comments.
I'll make a motion to approve the Wickenburg Unified School District final expenditure budget fiscal year 2024 as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? That motion carries. Thank you, everybody, for that. And seeing nothing else on the agenda, I guess we will move along to item 4.
I move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Meeting's adjourned at 10:37 a.m. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.